I definitely think some people are really scared to speak out because they think they might be wrong. But it's fine to stumble over yourself, and then because I'll come and educate you. Because if you say something and I know it's coming from good and like from a good place, I'm gonna tell you like, okay, I hear you, I completely understand. But here's the part that you're missing. And then usually from that part, they're like, you know what, I didn't even know that, but thank you for correcting me instead of putting me on blast for being incorrect. Like I get it, I do.
Well, yeah, that's one thing I kind of have noticed. There's been quite a few hot topics recently. The common kind of social media response to someone who might have good intentions but saying something wrong is, no, you're wrong, like stop talking. And I really appreciate the approach you take where it's like, well, I see where you're coming from, but this is what you're missing. Sometimes someone could have the best intentions, but they just say the completely wrong thing. Lord knows I've said some dumb things from coming from great intentions, but just said some dumb things. And um, I've been put on blast a couple times, and it's not fun. It makes you want
Yeah.
to. Diving into something a little bit more sensitive, I know the fact that it's right now is not the time to be saying all lives matter.
Hmm.
And I want you to break down why we should not be saying that right now.
So I hear a lot of people saying that, and I think coming from a Black person, first of all, like we're all just gonna be like, "Are you serious? Like it's not about you right now." And I mean, the total of it, like it really isn't about them right now. I've seen a lot of people on social media try to explain it, like break it down, like you're gonna explain it to a kid. It's just like, oh, if one house is on fire and someone comes to take it out, and someone else is like, but what about my house? And they're like, your house isn't on fire. They're like, so my house doesn't matter. Like, we're not saying that. We're not saying that your life doesn't matter, but your life isn't in danger. Your life isn't like spiraling out of control because of the government that you're living in. So it's just kind of like, um, I hear them because all lives are supposed to matter. But as of right now, we're not treated like our lives matter.
Yeah.
So I just think people just really need to listen because I mean, at some point, you have to realize some people don't want to learn and they're not going to hear you. So it's like, that's where my approach is like, okay, try to see where they're coming from. Like, I hear you, I understand, because I know if I was on the other side and I didn't quite understand everything that was going on, I'd be like, well, what about my life too? Like, I'd understand because it's everything is not openly taught and not everyone goes through the same experiences. But it's just like you have to look, like you have to see for yourself what's going on. We're not saying that your life doesn't matter, but we're saying that our life should matter just as much as yours. And that's not the case right now.
I think the best analogy I've heard was you get home, a guy gets home from work and his wife is just like, "Honey, do you love me?" And he's just like, "Honey, I love everybody."
Oh, yeah.
The term right now, all lives matter, to me just is not correct. It's just not true
Hmm.
because it really seems like right now Black lives don't matter as much, and that breaks my heart. But the people who say all lives matter, it's just an untrue statement.
Hmm.
And one thing I love that I've been seeing everywhere is when Black lives matter, all lives will matter.
Yes,
And
exactly.
I absolutely love that I've been seeing that everywhere.
Hmm.
Not only is it just so true and it hits right to the point, but it kind of, that one statement shows you why that's not the right thing to be saying right now.